What's going on, tribe? Y'all know me. I am an absolute sucker for a good strategy game, and that is exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Today we have been asked by the wonderful people at Watcher of Realms to cover their 3rd year anniversary event, and I gotta say, it's a bit of a doozy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, to another video with me. How the devil are we all doing? Behold, new games! New games, ladies and gentlemen. Well, new to the tribe here. Watcher of Realms has been going out now for 3 years, and I've heard a lot of people talking about this game. I've seen other content creators covering it, and people have generally got pretty positive things to say about it. But it is an absolute first for me. So in celebration of their 3rd year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to make you all aware of some amazing rewards that everybody can get. And I've been playing around with this game now for just a couple of weeks, and it is actually a lot of fun. One of the big things that stands out to me is the character models in this are freaking insane. Do you know what I mean? Like, the graphical fidelity on this game is absolutely amazing. It's incredible the work that you can do on mobile games now, and let it be known, I'm actually running it on a PC client as well, and this is something that I think every single mobile game needs to be doing if it wants to get a good market share. Yes, of course, the absolute necessity of having a mobile platform is paramount, but for many players like myself and a lot of people that watch my channel, you play at home on your PC as well, or on your laptop, or whatever you happen to have to hand. So having a dedicated software for that is so important. It is the best way to experience these games, in my opinion. So anyway, as I was saying, these character models are absolutely freaking sick. And of course, because it is their 3rd year anniversary, there are a whole host of rewards for people at home to get involved with. The first one that I want to point out to you, ladies and gentlemen, is if you go and redeem the prize Free Epic 3rd, you will automatically be granted an epic character of your choice. Go straight into your inbox over here, and this will give you an epic hero choice pack. It will let you select one of 2 possible epic champions, as you can see on screen over here, either Alyssa or I, and you'll be able to have that for absolutely free. But that is, of course, the absolute tip of the iceberg. Everybody is going to get the legendary unit Aurelius Gale for login rewards. Not only that, you're going to get 137 free summons, a new mount, and tons of legendary equipment. So if you've ever considered starting playing a game like this, now is probably the best time to actually do it, because you will just get so much given to you on a silver platter for free. Now, with the 3rd year anniversary event, they are introducing 2 brand new legendary heroes as well, in Jezebel over here, as well as Kanan. These 2 new units are coming in explicitly just for the new event, and honestly, it's really cool to see production value of this level being introduced to a mobile game. Like, they've gone all out here. Absolutely all out. There's Jezebel already over here, the Primordial Sin, which, they go with the cool names. And Kanan over here, the Fallen Angel. Both of these units are being introduced to the game as part of the 3rd year anniversary, and it is looking absolutely sick. Aurelius Gale, of course, a brand new free hero available to everybody for just logging in. It's as simple as that. You get this hero for completely free just by logging in. It's an amazing way to start up this game. Anybody at home that's looking to play with me, I have started out my own guild. Just look for the Scribe Tribe. Now, if looks could kill, I mean, well, in terms of the lore, she is apparently the one that managed to corrupt good old Kanan over here to becoming a fallen angel, and I wonder why. Don't know. Okay, so what can we say about Jezebel? Check it out. Alright then, so let's do an example, shall we? We're going to go ahead and grab Jezebel over here, and let's also grab in Kanan, and we'll throw in some extra support units, just to try and show you, for example, what does it look like when we play this game. So this is a sort of a tower defense hero collector game. It's kind of cool. As you can see over here, we have got a couple of enemies. These red zones up here in the corners, those indicate where enemies are going to spawn from, and the blue is where you need to protect. So let's go ahead, start off. Let's get Jezebel in here. Let's whip her like this, and if we can, let's also get Kanan over here will get those 2 brand new units just on the field. So a couple of things that you can see over here. You've got this little counter in the bottom right corner. Each unit has got a cost associated with them. You need to build up essentially your cost counts over here so you can afford to purchase your units and then place them on the field. All right, let's keep going over here. Just going to go ahead and grab this Minotaur because I want to protect our base over here. We have to try and defend our 2 blue zones over here to prevent them from being taken over by our enemies. They will keep on going for a certain amount of time. Let's put this up to 2 times speed over here. You can see we've got 3 uses here. That's of enemies coming through to our base and destroying our crystals. We also have things called ultimates. As you can see, ultimates over here, these build over time. You can activate them or you can set them to auto cast. Then all your heroes on the field will automatically cast their ultimates as soon as they're available. You can see this little blue bar over here. That's an indicator. Now you do have different heroes with different abilities, obviously. You'll have units like this, for example, which is a healer type unit. I'm trying to think. This is probably the best place to spot so we can heal everybody on the row. Then you'll have units that can only attack air or units that attack air and ground. Enemy units, for example, that are flying. And if they're flying units, you need to have some sort of ranged weaponry in order to attack them. You can see that over here. We've got a unit over here. This guy is a ranged unit over there. He's called Hex. Looks very, very similar to the Joker from Batman. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. He's a pretty good ranged unit from my experience, one of the better ones that I've used. And as you can see, you just need to go through at the top over here. You've got the number of waves of units that are coming through. As long as you can protect your base for long enough, you will win the round, as it were. Let's go ahead and drop ourselves another unit over here. His name is Sulkadens, is it? Sulkadens? Sulkadens. I'm not sure where the name comes from. Trying to sound vaguely Greek, I think. So as you can see, we've got heavy amounts of investment in our team over here, and Kanan and Jezebel are absolutely destroying face right now. These guys have got the little timers over their head. That just basically means they're going to be waiting until that timer is out before they do any further actions. Once you have finished the round, provided you haven't lost your units over here in the standard campaign battle, you will be successful, you'll get some rewards, and you'll be able to proceed on to the next set area of the game or the next campaign battle. Pretty fun all in all. I grew up in like the Flash era. Not the TV series The Flash. I'm talking about the era of gaming where we could go online and do Flash-based games. And a lot of those games had tower defense games, and I absolutely loved the sort of theory crafting, the mechanics, and the RPG mechanics that are tied into tower defense games. And this does a great job of sort of embodying that same principle. You've obviously got levels, etc., 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 and there are so many different game modes that you can play. So that was just a standard campaign battle. It was one of the ones from chapter 7, I want to say. But loads of different battle types that we can go in. Let's go ahead and check out some of the raiding. So let me quickly show you one of the raid bosses over here. We are going up into the Drake's Chasm. I'm once again going to take in our brand new units, and I'm going to take all of the support units that I've managed to level up in the interim and just fill out the remaining slots over here. So let's go ahead, show it how it works. It's actually pretty cool in terms of animations. You've got a really great big dragon. What's not to like that? We'll note that this is on the test server. That's why you can see that test server in the background. So deal damage to the dragon in Drake's Chasm to obtain dragon's blood. So once again, you have to make the choice of where do you want to expend your energy. So I'm going to start off. We're going to place Jezebel over here. Just going to get her targeting the enemy, and I'm going to bring in Kanan. He can sit in front, and then I want to get our heals going. So I will get our healer just over here, passing everybody by, and then I'll get our Minotaur going. And who else do I want to have? I think I'll go ahead and get Hex as well, just up here. And then we can go ahead and get Socrates over here. Okay, cool. We're looking pretty good. I'm going to place ultimates to autocast, and this will be very similar to many of the raids that we have in things like Galaxy of Heroes and Raid Shadow Legends, for example. You basically just have a boss that you've got to beat down. If you're part of a guild or a clan, you essentially will all be attacking it together as a joint team, as a unit, to try and tackle the boss. And as you beat the various stages, you go on to the next stage and the next stage, and the reward structure gets better and better, but the enemy itself, or the raid boss itself, becomes harder and harder to actually beat. You can see over here, my guys are completely over leveled for this sort of area right now. I'm just going to I might as well fill out everybody that I can. There we are. We do have a cap on the number of heroes that we can place, but as you can see, if a hero does perish, you can go ahead and replace them. There is a cooldown time of when somebody dies, essentially, and I think it's 60 seconds you have to wait before you can resummon them. But it's pretty cool. I like the strategy. Obviously, as you are developing through the campaign, you need to be able to farm things like gear, you need to be able to beat the clan bosses to get better rewards and stuff like that, and the various currencies to use in the various stores, and unlock additional heroes and champions as you develop. It is a bit of a process. Right now, we have kind of skipped to sort of end game materials, but it is an enjoyable experience learning how to use the different teams, the different comps, the different strategy setups that you have to apply in order to beat the various missions of the campaign. All right, okay, let's see. We should be able to finish up this raid boss relatively shortly. And there we have it, individual Dragon Blood. We got 5,500 of those. We managed to fully beat it. It was the first tier because this is a brand new guild and I'm using essentially maxed out characters. But as you can see, boom, get up to the top, you get your rewards. It is a fun game mode. Now, of course, no game is complete without a little bit of PvP action. And the way PvP works in this is actually quite interesting because obviously it is a tower defense, defend your base kind of setup that goes on over here. So the approach has to be a little bit different. So let's just go ahead. You essentially have to face off against your opponent and both of you have to place heroes on your path. Whoever completes the wave the quickest will essentially protect their crystal, and the enemy boss in the middle will start destroying the other person's crystal base. So it's all about how do you set up your defense in terms of where do you place which of your heroes at what time? How does that develop into a PvP game mode? And it's kind of cool. It adds a layer of strategy. So it essentially copies the way that you play and it mimics that when you have put it on defense. Okay, so you can say after you finish, like, that's how I want my defense to go. Really, really cool mechanic, right? So, of course, in order to develop, you need to have stronger and stronger heroes, and there is loads of ways that you can improve your heroes in Watcher of Realms. You essentially have your base rarities of units, so you summon your units from the portals, essentially, and they'll come in the standard, uncommon, common, all the way up to your legendary units, essentially. There are also stars associated with that. You can see that over here. You've got a level system. So you've got the standard leveling system. You can upgrade the levels of your units. Then you've got various things that you can do to improve them on top of that. Okay, so to gain additional stars, you can just use the really easy quick add function over here. You can basically use copies of the same character, or you could use these various tokens essentially that replace using the same character, so that you will be able to promote units without necessarily having a duplicate. That's going to give you the final star, 6 stars in this game, and it actually increases your level cap, so you can go all the way up to level 60. As of the time of this recording, I don't know if they'll improve that in the future. You've also got stuff like promotions, so as you go through various promotion battles, which is another one of the game modes, lets you use specific setups designed to either be used by mages or ranged units or melee units or tanks or whatever it happens to be. You can earn yourself various promotion materials so that you can just promote your units to these purple stars. That unlocks additional stat benefits on all of your characters, essentially makes them hit harder, makes them survive more damage, etc, etc. Okay, so we'll go ahead and max out our Cerberus over here, just using him as a for instance. After that, you can leave a review if you want to. I'm not going to leave a review. Gearing. This is another area of the game. Similar to like Galaxy of Heroes has got mods and Raid Shadow Legends has got artifacts. We have gearing over here. What you can do is you can go through and equip your items manually, or you can use, really handy once again, a quick equip, which will just take a look at what's free in your inventory, take a look at the character, and apply the best gear that it thinks you have available to that character at that time. If you don't like it, you can also just quick unequip and get rid of all of that stuff. You can even do quick change and that sort of thing, so you can swap an entire gear set from a different hero and throw it on this individual. Now, all of your equipment can, of course, be leveled up. They have got stats, random stats that get allocated to your gear. You level it up and it'll choose one of those items, right? One of those substats, essentially. Really, really cool. Next up, of course, you do have skills. This operates very similar to Raid Shadow Legends in that you have your materials to increase your skills, but it is a random skill that gets selected to level up. Now, this one, I'm not a great fan of that sort of setup. I prefer to be able to pick and choose very directly which skills get leveled up, but that's not possible in this game. You just have to use your materials in order to do it. Again, there are specific and dedicated areas of the game that allow you to farm this type of enhancement, essentially. Anyway, once we've done skills, there is Awakening. And Awakening is a very powerful addition to a character. You can see over here, Awakened 1, within 10 seconds after deployment, all ground area effects will slow enemies in range. And once again, you can use your Awakening materials in order to get that done. And you have to confirm, because this is a more powerful type of enhancement, they do ask you to confirm it before you actually expend it. Awaken should really be saved for your favorite units. And finally, you have artifacts, ladies and gentlemen, artifacts that you can, once again, quick equip. You can then upgrade or enhance these items. They'll go up to level 10 initially. After hitting level 10, you'll be able to actually promote the artifact itself, which does require some additional materials to go ahead and use. As you can see, you can just grab one of these and you could promote it, for example. There we go. Job's a good one. And now it can go up to level 13 and so on and so forth. You can even augment it with common augmentations, advanced runic, getting additional attributes to your artifacts as well. It's like there is a whole bunch of depth that can be applied to every single element of this hero collector. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about wrap it up for today. If you are interested in playing Watcher of Realms, please do make sure you download through my QR code. For US and non-US based residents, please make sure you scan the correct code there, and I will see you all in game. Peace out and big love.